Uh, Abstract brainwaves, game genie in a beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And boy, what a rough circumstance it was for me over the holidays. When I say holidays, I mean Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving 2021. You know, I'm not a big Twitter guy. Let me get that out of the way first and foremost. Twitter to me had always felt like a little brother to Facebook. You know, Facebook came out and you had a site like MySpace, which was a juggernaut. You know, everybody wanted the music on their page, and the top 5. Facebook came out and was like, what if we took the aspect of seeing your friends and then adding your family there and then changing the age group from, you know, college level to, you know, now people have their own, you know, business pages, myself included, right? You can link up with anybody in your community, and those people can be the people you get your news from. They can be your entertainers, your celebrities. They can be anything through Facebook. That's the power of it. The issue there with social media is in how you use it. And there are people out here who look at how people use social media, and they're wanting whatever perceived amount of money they can get from you. Case in point, my Twitter was hacked. Twitter for me felt like a toxic cesspool where people just said whatever they thought of without really even thinking in 30-something characters. They've expanded that since. But people are making money on Twitter. You know, you've got celebrities, you know, these Kardashians and all these other rappers and entertainers who they might say a tweet, and that tweet is worth thousands of dollars. You've got local, you know, folks that use Twitter, but by and large, it's pretty much people talking about some kind of, you know, entertainment event going on that seems to propel Twitter, whether that's video games or movies or music. That seems to be what drives Twitter, and you're some kind of follower or representative of that, and that's what pushes Twitter. Kind of like Instagram is all about where you are and how you look. Twitter is more about what you think about what somebody's doing, whereas Facebook is kind of all of that together, but more of a centralized, based off of who you know, not necessarily who you want to know. But Facebook can be however you want to use it. But that's how I perceive all of those apps there. Twitter, they seem to have a more laid back approach to what's on their platform. What I mean by that is you can be posting things that aren't allowed on a Facebook or Instagram. You know, explicit content, you can see that on Twitter. You know, you have people who are in certain types of industries that will say certain things, and Twitter is more, you know, liberal about what's allowed on their platform versus Facebook. So it baffled me when I saw that my account was suspended. It was suspended. Not only was it suspended, but I could log in, but I saw that my information had been changed. Not only did I have 0 followers and 0 people that I was following, but my profile, the picture and the description had all been changed. CZ Binance? Really? Now, I am into cryptocurrency. I have purchased some cryptocurrency. I'm interested in all of that, but at no point in time did I go from other yellow hat guy, you know, Captain Sensation Productions, to promoting Bitcoin. What? So I simply thought, just like any other app or something, you know, I've had people try to hack me in the past or have hacked my stuff and have paid the price for it, you know. Fake programs out here that you want to use that, you know, should be free even though they're pirated. Guess what? It's somebody looking for someone like you, and they're going to sniff out whatever information they can get, emails, passwords. They're looking for banking information. These cyber criminals, they're looking for people like me on the come up who may not have full-fledged, internet security or whatever. They're looking for whoever they can get. And just being a low-level YouTuber like I am, I'm finally making a little bit of money. There's some clown, some douchebag out there who takes notice, watches the content, and is trying to figure out ways to take what little money I'm earning. And they're not helping me do any work. Like, if you're going to try to steal from me, you should at least be sharing the videos, Share the videos, like the videos, watch them all the way through. That's my attitude. And if you think, hey, man, I've shared and liked and commented on a lot of this stuff, you think you can shoot me a couple bucks, That's what the DMs are for. I'm not encouraging stealing at all, but I would think that if you're going to take from somebody, you would think that you would be taking a lot. You would be taking from someone who has a lot of it. It's the equivalent of, are you going to try to rob a bank, or are you going for Family Dollar Tree? Who do you think has more money? Oh, it's a lot easier to do the dollar. Yeah, for $10, $15, for $50 at the register. What are some of you guys thinking? You're not. You're just scum of the earth. So, anecdote aside, my Twitter was hacked. They got in there, whoever this individual or individuals were, and they changed my information to CZ Binance, as you can see in the image if you haven't already. And they were just promoting Bitcoin. It had some guy looking like some televangelist, an Asian guy with glasses, just looking like he was, impactful business suit on. And I'm like, who the heck is this? How did they get my stuff? And like I said, I don't pay attention to Twitter like that. I'm not super active, so I didn't notice it. But I'm sure this has happened to quite a few people over the holiday. What was disturbing was Twitter's response. They were like, hey, your account has been suspended. They didn't really say why, but I was like, well, what did the person post? They're promoting Bitcoin. I didn't see anything explicit. I didn't see any, suggestive themes. I didn't see anything crazy like that. So it would baffle me as to why Bitcoin promotion was worthy of being suspension. It should have been as simple as, hey guys, this isn't me. Somebody got into my account. Can you please reverse it and give me my followers back? Now, it could have been simple here where I just, go through that message to them and then they handle it. But no, it took a day or two. They responded back saying, your account has been permanently suspended. So now I'm in the same boat as Donald Trump. I'm permanently suspended from Twitter. So I'm like, okay, I've got to appeal this. Is there somebody I can talk to? So Twitter has a phone number. The thing is, it's not active. They have it blocked. You cannot get in touch with Twitter. They don't have a staff, or maybe they get complaints and stuff like this all the time. So they're just like, we'll handle it when we can. It was over the holiday, so maybe they had, short staff. Everybody's short staffed nowadays. It was just really infuriating because I'm like, it's as clear as day that I was hacked. This isn't me saying something offensive and you have to decide. This is clear as day. How do you go from other yellow hat guy talking about video games to Bitcoin? So I appealed it. They wanted me to verify my identity by taking a picture of my license and showing it to them. I'm like, hey, here's my real name. This shows where I live, where I'm from, just like it says my location on my Twitter. It's clear that this is me, right? That should be the end all be all. This is like 4 days into this now and still no response. So I had to respond to him again with more information. Like, hey, I've already confirmed my identity to you. Clearly this is not me. I'm an African-American man that talks about video games. I promoted my book, Elena and the Whale. Shameless promotion here. It's on Amazon. Check it out. Only $5, and there's an audio version. And I redid the first book, so show your boy some love. If you want to steal anything, go download those books if you can for free, and leave good ratings on it, okay? But to hack into my Twitter, and I don't make money from Twitter, it was weird. But that's how these hackers think. They just want to promote their own garbage and try to steal your followers at your expense. So it took them an additional 3 days to get back with me and say, hey, we see that there's been some impersonation going on. Your account still remains suspended. What? I'm telling you that I was hacked, not that I hacked somebody. You think that the CZ Binance guy, it was originally his account? Like, you can't go back right before Thanksgiving and see that I was running this the whole way through? Now suddenly you think that this guy was driving the ship and I was in person? Really? Y'all aren't doing due diligence here. It's one person just scrolling through a bunch of, claims here, and they're just like, next. There was no counsel, it felt like, that was like talking amongst themselves saying, yeah, we see that this guy was hacked here. Let's give him his access back. So I was this close to just saying, you know what, forget it. It's going to be CPT Sensation 2 at the end of it, the number 2, and I'm just going to start a whole new Twitter. But years and years of hard work to get followers and, with the links and, to promote my YouTube videos, my YouTube channel. That's really what my Twitter is for. That's the only reason why I have it, is because there's an audience that could be there that doesn't like Facebook and vice versa, that I want to share my information to. If it wasn't for the few folks that I follow on Twitter, I wouldn't be there, actively searching. It would just be, hey, this is what I'm promoting, and I'm gone. And that's how I feel most days. But I'm trying to, just like Facebook, filter out what it is that I see and just focus on the positive things, the things that I enjoy, and everybody else can deal with whatever else is out there. It's not my concern. That was my attitude. That's still my attitude. And, hopefully things change. But that's how I look at Twitter right now. I was like, not only is the site toxic, but the staff there came off incompetent. So I appealed that again, of course, hence why I'm making this story time, what it's like to be banned off Twitter. But in the middle of a playthrough on Twitch, I got an email saying, we've seen that your account has been compromised. Really? Now you see it? And they wanted me to change my password and information, which I had already done at that point. I had already changed my login information. The problem was, because I was banned, and even though I was permanently banned, I could still see my account, see these posts. I just could not change my information. I could not tweet anybody, none of that stuff. So it was weird to me that, hey, my account's banned, but they block off all your followers. It's like, oh, so I can't go ahead and get them to refollow me? They're that petty. It was on some Sony PlayStation level, buffoonery, if you will. I feel like, hey, you banned somebody because they made a mistake. They should be able to create a new profile, and resume whatever it is they're doing. Now, if they did something super offensive, then that's a different conversation. So I was able to, long and short, TLDR. I was able, or TLDW, I was able to get access to my Twitter back. So what I immediately did was put on the two-step authentication, and I strongly encourage you to put that on. That's pretty much the overall story here. And because I didn't really care about Twitter, I never thought to do any of that. I'm not making money off of Twitter, not directly anyway. So why worry? But there's always somebody there. You have a target on your hat, especially if you got a yellow one, you stand out more, and they're looking to take advantage of you. So putting that on now, I don't see that happening again. No matter if my information is on the dark web or not, come at me, because I'm looking for you guys now. Don't think for 1 minute that I catch you on site, because I know some of you jerks live way overseas, so you just look for, it's no secret that the American economy has different tiers, just like a lot of it. But when this whole pandemic stuff happened, it showed you that if the entertainment and the sports stuff dips, less money is being made overall, because those entertainers drive and influence how spending happens, right? So, you know, you got people in these other areas who are aware of all this, and I guess the time was ripe for them to just all put on their red hats on and start stealing. So, I don't know. I'm done ranting. That's pretty much what it is. But like I said, on site, it would be a whole different conversation. There's more things I could say that I want to say, but it's probably not permissible on YouTube, so I won't. I'm going to leave instead of being angry, I'm going to put my energy into just warning you guys about this stuff, and maybe you should put some two-step authentication on everything that you've got. You know, people are stealing, they're trying to log in on your Nintendos, your PlayStations, and buy things. They are trying to do that, but if you've got the two-step where a message comes to your phone, and if they don't have access to your phone, which they shouldn't, then they can't go further. They can always get your password somehow, but if it's not confirmed that it's you through your phone number or some kind of authentication app, then they're cut off right then and there. So be mindful of that. Put that on. Don't be like me and have to go through that agonizing, should I make a new account? Will they ban me? Will they not? You know, and then I have to explain all that, right? How could I explain how I'm banned from Twitter? Really? I talk about video games. And out of all the people who talk about video games, I don't even really share content like that that's offensive. You know, so it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hope to see you again soon. If I don't, remember, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Other Yellow Hat Guy is out. Check out the other content on my channel. And yes, follow me on Twitter. Captain Sensation.